Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ethnic Studies 3574 Latina Feminisms. I am Professor Garcia and will be your instructor for this semester. In this video, I will be going over the syllabus and also our Canvas page. If you have any questions after viewing this video, please don't hesitate to email me with any questions that you may still have about the class. So starting out here at the beginning of the syllabus, you will find the course information, especially my email address, which is the main way to get in touch with me throughout the semester. Our course is online and my office hours this semester will be via Zoom by appointment. This first part here tells you what the course is about, what kinds of things we're going to be covering and discussing. There's also a diversity statement for the course, as well as the goals and learning objectives, meaning these are the things that you'll be able to do after successfully completing this course. I also talk a little bit about the importance of these skills and how they will be useful to you after you are graduated. I also talk about my teaching philosophy, what my approach is to teaching, and I also include here a little bit of information on my background for those of you that may not be familiar with me. You can also watch the Who Am I video that's available on Canvas, where I talk a little bit more about who I am and my background and so on. In this section, I discuss the online elements of this course. As you know, this course is all completely online. The course will begin on Tuesdays and end on Mondays, meaning that I will post a new module for the week on Tuesday mornings, and you will have until the following Monday at the end of the day to complete all of the assignments. I'll go over on the Canvas page what you will find on each module and so on. You also... as I mentioned, my office hours will be via Zoom by appointment, so just email me if you'd like to schedule an appointment with me. It is extremely important that you keep pace with the readings and assignments for each week so that you don't fall behind. Make sure to go over the syllabus carefully and make note of any deadlines and so on, so that you are always up to date. As I said, email is the way that I communicate with students, but I will be sending you emails to the university email address. So if you have another email that you regularly use, make sure that you also check your university email address for any emails that I may be sending you. As I mentioned, I try my best to communicate and organize the Canvas page so that everything is available for you and you know what's going on each week, but it is ultimately your responsibility as students to make sure that you're not missing out on anything, that you're not missing any deadlines and so on. So as I said, make sure to go over everything, put things on your calendars and so on so that you don't miss something. Time management is essential for this course, so if managing your time is a challenge for you, I do have a page on Canvas with the resources on managing your time. This next section lists all the various assignments you'll have and how many points each one will be. There's also extra credit available in this course. You will find an extra credit options page on Canvas. You are able to do up to 2 extra credit options. Each one is worth 5 points. And in order to receive your 5 points, you submit a 1-page summary about the extra credit option that you've chosen, whether it's to attend an event or go watch a film or whatever options I list on that page for you. No extensions will be provided for extra credit assignments, and these you will have until the end of the semester to submit these. The grading rubric is there that tells you how many points each letter grade is worth. And then the next section describes the major assignments for the class. So the first thing you'll have is a syllabus quiz. So it's important that you read carefully through the syllabus before taking the quiz. It is a true-false quiz, and you are able to reference the syllabus as you're taking the quiz. The next assignment is the introductory paper. This assignment has 2 parts to it. One is due at the beginning of the semester on January 30th. Will you write a 2-page paper responding to this first prompt here that says, what does feminism mean to you? Do you call yourself a feminist? Why or why not? And then what you do at the end of the semester for part 2 is to revisit what your response is in this first part, and then reflect on how your definition of feminism and your identity as a feminist has changed, if at all, as a result of your experience in the course. All papers should be typed 12-point Times New Roman font and double-spaced. And as I said, the first part of this assignment is due January 30th, and the second part will be due May 1st. There will be in the assignment on Canvas detailed instructions with what the rubric is for the paper and so on. You will also have discussion posts to do every week. Well, you need to respond to a prompt. You also need to respond to at least one other student's post. These discussions are meant to reflect on the course content, and you're expected to provide thoughtful responses demonstrated that you have engaged with the week's material. As I said, each post is worth 10 points. The grade is based on demonstrating that you have engaged with the content of the course and that you have responded to a student. And so what this means in order to get the full 10 points is that you need to fully respond to the prompt, not just say, I really like the reading for this week, for example, but really go into what part of the reading did you like, what part of the video, why, and so on. And likewise, when you're responding to a student, not just saying, great point, or I really agree with what you said, but elaborate on why you think the point they made was a good one, or what aspects of what they said you agree with. The next assignment will be a letter assignment. For this assignment, you will be writing a letter to someone of your choosing, discussing what you have learned in the first half of the semester. You should be intentional in choosing who to address this letter to. Along with your letter, you will add a reflection page discussing who you've chosen to address the letter to and what your goal is in addressing the letter to that, to that particular individual. What do you hope they take away from this letter if they were ever to read it? The letter itself should be 3 to 4 pages long, and the reflection page should be 1 page long, totaling 4 to 5 pages for this assignment, which will be due April 3rd via Canvas. And as I said, the assignment on Canvas will have much more detailed instructions and so on. In addition, there are 2 portfolios for you to complete during the semester. For each assignment, you will be given a list of 10 prompts to choose from, and you will choose 5 of those prompts to respond to. You will write 1 to 10 pages to respond to each of those 5 prompts, which means that your completed portfolio will be between 5 and 10 pages. The first portfolio will be due February 27th, and the last one will be due during finals week, May 11th. And of course, I will talk more about these assignments as we get closer to their due dates. The next section covers the course policies. The very first one is important to take note as I build in an extension system into the course, which are called OOPS tokens. You have up to 2 OOPS tokens that you can use throughout the semester. These will give you an extension on your assignment. These, however, cannot be used for discussion posts or the final paper, meaning the second portfolio. To use your OOPS token, download the form that's available on the OOPS token page on Canvas, fill it out and submit it to me via email at least 1 hour before the assignment is due. The OOPS token allows you a 3-day extension. Once I receive your OOPS token, I will respond with what your new due date for your assignment will be. Listed here is the policy, university policy on taking incompletes at the end of the semester. I also have my communication and email policy, which is important for you to note. As I said, the best way to communicate with me is via email, but you should be aware that I check my email Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and sparingly on weekends. So you should not expect a quick response from me if you email me after 5 p.m. on weekdays or during the weekends. Communication is also important if you're experiencing any issues or challenges during the semester that might prevent you from performing well in class. This may mean a sudden death in the family, someone gets sick, and so on. So I recognize that we all have lives outside of our courses. I also recognize that COVID is still going around, for example. But again, it's important that you communicate with me as early as possible if you're having an issue, so that I can work with you to make sure that you can still get your assignments in on time and so on. If you wait until the end of the semester to let me know that something's been going on throughout the semester, it's kind of a little bit too late at that point. Here you have listed the student code of conduct as a reminder that you are functioning under an honor code, meaning that if you plagiarize in your papers, cheat in any exams and so on, that you will be held responsible. So if you're not familiar with that, here is the link to familiarize yourself with what the rules are about that. In this section, I offer a number of resources, as well as talk about student office hours. As I said, my office hours will be online via Zoom by appointment. However, often students assume that office hours are only for when you are in trouble or you don't understand an assignment. And here I emphasize that it's important to, especially on an online class, to get to know your professor and for your professors to get to know you, and using office hours as a vehicle to do that is a really good idea. So if you'd like to schedule some kind of meet and greet meeting for us, I'm happy to do that. Again, like I said, this is an online class, so it's difficult sometimes for us to get to know each other well. And so using office hours for that is a good idea. If also you're a student who needs accommodations for a disability, please make sure to work with the Disability Resources Office on campus so that they can send me your accommodation letter. And I know what accommodations I need to make for you. Likewise, if you have any religious holiday accommodations that you need, please let me know so that I can work with you around those as well. Here I have listed a number of resources on campus that students often aren't aware of or forget that they are there for you. One is the counseling center on campus. They can help talk to you about any kind of issue that you're dealing with. The writing center is a good resource to use, especially for this class. It has a lot of writing in it. So if writing is not one of your strong suits, working with the writing center before you submit an assignment to me would be a good idea. The Phoenix Center provides support services for students experiencing interpersonal violence. I have had students use this center in the past and have said that they've been very helpful and supportive. So if you should find yourself or you have a loved one who finds themselves in this kind of situation, please avail yourself of this resource. We do have a food pantry on campus as well. Unfortunately, food insecurity is something that affects college and university students. So I always make sure to let students know that there is a food pantry available on campus should you need it. Similarly, any veteran and military students in the class, there is an office available for you as well on campus. I have had students in the past in my courses who are veterans or military students and maybe deployed or need some extra assistance. So I'm happy to work with you should any of those situations arise. We also have two important resource centers on campus, the Center for Identity and Inclusion and the LGBTQ Resource Center. CII especially often has information about internships and scholarships and so on. So I encourage you to check them out, connect with the staff there if you haven't already done so. In terms of books and materials you need for the class, there are 4 books that are available for purchase at the bookstore. Intersectional Chicana Feminisms by Aida Hurtado, Telling to Live, Latina Feminist Testimonios, Chicana Feminist Thought, The Basic Historical Writings, and Fertile Matters, The Politics of Mexican Origin Women's Reproduction. In addition to these 4 books, there'll be a number of articles that we will read, and those will be available on Canvas. The last section of the syllabus has the course schedule, which lists what's due every week, what readings you have, what the themes are for each week, and so on. So you can peruse through the syllabus here and get a sense of what kinds of things we'll be talking about, what readings you'll have to do when certain things will be due, and so on. So for example, here listed for week 1, you have to read the syllabus and the discussion post guidelines, as well as the article Claiming Your Education, both of which are available on Canvas. There are videos to watch, and you have your discussion post, a brief survey to fill out that tells me a little bit more about you, and the syllabus quest. So this is sort of the pattern that you'll find for each week listed here. So let me stop sharing the syllabus here and share with you our Canvas page. So when you go into our Canvas page, make sure you're in ETST3574. You will find our homepage, which is also our modules page. And this is where essentially you will be working from each week. For each week, you will find a page that's an introduction page that tells you everything you need to know for that week. So for example, for this week, there will be some announcements there, as well as a listing of everything you need to do for this week, including the links to where you can find everything, including the readings, discussion, post guidelines, claiming and education, and so on, okay? In the rest of the module, you will find a page for videos. This is where the lecture you will find each week, as well as any supplemental videos that I'd like you to watch related to the theme for that week. I always make available the PowerPoint lecture slides as well, so that you can look at those as you're watching the video, make your own notes and so on. Like I said, any additional articles that you may have to read for the week that may not be in the text will be also listed within the module. Here you have the discussion post guidelines and the article for this week. Then there is a link for the discussion for the week, as well as any additional assignments. Like this week, you have the syllabus quiz and the demographic survey. So everything will be found within the module that you need for that week. However, should you get lost or click yourself out of the modules at any point, there are also other ways in which you can find things, like under assignments. That's where you can find listed the different assignments for the semester. Under discussions, again, you can find the discussion for the week listed here, found here if you, again, can't find it from the module. In the pages section, you will find the pages that I mentioned previously, the extra credit assignment options, as well as your OOPS token, the study resources, where you will find information about time management and so on. And let's see what else here. And the syllabus page, you will find the syllabus, the whole syllabus is listed here that you can look at or download. And I also created pages for certain sections of the syllabus for easy reference. So the course policies, if you want to quickly look at like what the assignments are and so on, you can find those pages listed here under the syllabus, but also under the pages section as well. So I think that's everything about our Canvas home. Like I said, however, if you still have any questions after viewing this video or going over the syllabus or over the Canvas page on your own, please don't hesitate to email me with any questions you may have. I am really looking forward to working with you this semester in this course, and I will see you online. Have a great week.